I'm a little scared with AI, but I do love with AI, the thing that will continue to not be a commodity is you, your art, what you say, and what makes you authentic. And so we can be scared, but we will not be replaced.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And I've got a partner on today's quickie, you guys. I hope you love when I do this because I am obsessed. It's so fun to do my quickies alone, obviously. But are we still talking about quickies, like podcast quickies? Just checking it. Okay. All right, let's get back to it. Mind out of the gutter. So today, I have an incredible partner, Katrina Scott. Not only is she my co-host for the day on the podcast, but she is my co-host for a workshop that we are putting on June 3rd. If you haven't heard yet, doing a workshop on June 3rd. One-day workshop called Girlfriends in Business, Expand Your Brand and Your Network. You guys, this is exactly where we want to be at. When Kat and I got together, we were like, what do we want? What rooms do we want to be in? What do we want to be learning about? Who do we want there? Like, what really freaking excites us? And I have to tell you, this has been the most exciting thing ever. Like, getting to work on this, put together the schedule, put together the speakers, put together what's going to happen in the room. And already on the text list, which I'm going to give you a way to get in there. So don't worry about it. We're going to make sure that you have your chance to get your ticket because it's a really, really intimate setting, you guys. I do think we're going to sell out on the first day because we have a very large text list for very few spots. So if you want to be on that VIP text list, you just have to DM me the word workshop. So just head over to Instagram right now. You can still listen to me. Go to my Instagram at Lori Harder and DM me the word workshop. I'm going to send you back the link to get on that VIP text list. That list is also going to be the only spot that you're going to get the early bird pricing. So you want to go there. The women in this room are going to blow your mind. So if you want to come, if you want to learn all of the opportunities that you might be leaving on the table within your business to make more money and to scale, you will want to be in this room. Or maybe you're all about the networking and you're like, you know what, I really need to keep building and strengthening this incredible network of women. And if that's the reason, if your business is thriving, great, it can always do better, right? But the relationships are key and they are everything. It is the long game. Let me tell you how many things have come into my life years later from a connection that I met at one of these events. I can't tell you how important this is. So I'm not going to talk too much more because we say everything, introduce ourselves, everything on this podcast. So let's get started. Hey everyone, we are so excited to have you here. You may be listening on my podcast, Earn Your Happy, or you may be listening on my incredible co-host today. We're co-hosting on each podcast.
We are.
Katrina Scott, who does Live Beautifully. And you guys, if you don't know, she is a creator, a founder, a brand building expert. She is community obsessed. In fact, I feel like you have built one of the largest communities out there, especially the original communities. Aww. So I'm so excited to chat with you today. We're going to talk about what we're talking about, but also I'm like, Kat, for your podcast, should I just intro myself?
I have an intro on you, but I would love for anyone that doesn't know you yet. Like, I'm so excited for them to get to know you. And actually, side note, you guys, like, you know, when you have a girlfriend and you're like, you don't visit their place of work. Like maybe a friend who's like a nurse and you're like, what do you do all day? But then like you have a normal weekend, you go like out to dinner and stuff and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe like you save lives. Or you have like a friend that's a teacher and I'm going off on a tangent already. And you have a teacher that's a friend and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe you teach kids all week. And then you just have like a totally normal, like woman to woman, like day out together. With Lori, it's so different because like not only are we friends, but I also listen to her podcast religiously.
It's so weird to me. I love it so much. It's literally like, I'm like, are you sure? Or are you just saying that to be nice?
No, I think it's really important for me to also learn from you because we're going to be doing such amazing things together and we have such different complementary qualities about like each other. And I also just love what you share in the world and it also helps me too. So I think it's actually really rare. I don't think any of my friends listen to my podcast.
I listen to your podcast. I feel like I've listened to many of your podcasts. So I definitely am one of them who listen to the podcast. I love it. I'm obsessed. It's because, so you guys, what's so cool is you'll hear even in this podcast, and especially if you're going to come to the thing that we're doing, that's a hint. We have such different skill sets and even the way we speak and the way that we think. So I feel like the other side of my brain that I typically don't use gets really like, it lights up when I'm listening to your podcast because it's a very different part of it, kind of like slows me down. I think a little deeper. It's like, it's very soothing to me to listen to your podcast.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks.
Welcome to the Love Fest.
And when I listen to your podcast, I get amped up. I'm like, yes, charge your worth and charge tax. Let's go.
Go to the link now. You guys. Okay. So Kat and I are out of we are this excited. We can't even talk right now. We are out of control excited. And this is no lie. Her and I have so many voice notes, so many FaceTimes, so many Zooms, so many texts back and forth right now because of what we're creating and what is coming out. I have not felt this energized about an event and about working with a partner in so long. I can't even tell you, Kat, like it is flowing out of me because I think it's not only about what we know people need, but I think it is like, sometimes just it feels like other people are telling you what you should be doing. I just feel like this is coming together in such a crazy way. And I won't keep you guys in suspense anymore. We are creating a one-day workshop. And even if you don't come to the workshop, this podcast, we're going to talk so much about some different things for expanding your business and just kind of talking about coming together in partnership and what that looked like. But we're creating a one-day workshop. It is called Girlfriends in Business. It's about expanding your brand and your network. And I don't know about you, Kat, but these, like everything that we're doing is what I wished I would have had. And not only that, it's what I am so excited to tap into because I want this now. I want to be in a room with all of these incredible women. I want to be having these conversations. I want everyone to know all of the secrets about what it actually looks like to make the money that they want to make and reveal that maybe a lot of the times the money that they think people are making, how it's done, and maybe it's not being made, or maybe that number is actually not being made. And I want to clear all of the secrets out that particular day so that they feel free and ready and confident to go have the business that they want.
Yeah. See, it's already so funny how different we are because I'm like, oh my God, I get so uncomfortable about even just the word money.
Oh, money. Money. My child is going to be named Money.
But that's what's so funny is that Marie Forleo was just like, I don't know if anyone listened to the last episode of Live Beautifully, but she was like, hey, I want you to just sit with this real quick and have a better relationship with money. She's just like, money is a great thing. It's the person that either, reveals people who they are, but money is a great thing that we can have financial freedom and we can give back to people and we can grow our brands to have a greater purpose and we can grow our communities to help more people. And so it was so healing for me to even just go through that short exercise. Mm-hmm. So shameless plug. If we're on Lori's podcast right now, go listen to the latest episode of Marie Forleo. But yeah, for my goal, it's always been, fostering community, growing your heart, sharing more, impacting more lives. But you cannot do that for free. You cannot be, I don't know what the right word is, but like you can't give yourself constantly and not fill your own cup for your own family and take care of your family and put dinner on the table. And so the combination, I'm sure you can already hear between Lori and myself is that we want you to have so much fulfillment and joy and confidence and clarity and love that you can do what you want and build what you want and do what you want in this very beautiful life that you have. Like time is so precious. And you can also make money doing it, which I'm not going to be the person that tells you how to do that. Lori's going to be the person. I'll be listening in on her. But we're just so excited to come together because when Lori and I were talking, we're like, oh my God. And when she and I get together, I'm getting excited just talking, like the fireworks go off and we're like, oh my God, can you imagine if like this could happen or this? And so if you have an idea or something that you've been wanting to do, or you have a business, or say you have an Etsy shop, we want to help you make it the most successful thing that you can be so fulfilled and so proud. And if you have any challenges that you're going through, we want to help you, and we know that we can. And someone in that room also wants to help you. And that's part of, growing your network. And when we say network, we say people who really have your back and care about you. That's all it is. And having a really great network is saying, hey, I have your back. And Lori and I have had each other's backs for years, and we want to do the same for all of you.
Well, if you're not already eating out of her hand, because I am, if I couldn't go to this, I'd be like, what can I pay to go here? So I'm so grateful that I get to go, because that just made me want to go really bad.
Can't wait.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you that this podcast, Earn Your Happy, is now a part of the Growth Day Podcast Network. Truly, this is like one of the most exciting things that has ever happened to me. I'm telling you, I no longer feel like I'm doing this alone, and I actually get to collaborate with the people who host the podcast that I'm obsessed with, like that I have been listening to myself, who inspired me to start a podcast, who have taught me about how to go and do the thing, like the original people who got me motivated through listening to their podcasts. You guys, a bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and to support shows and brands that we believe in. And one of my friends are also on this network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to their show. You guys, I just had Danielle Canty on of the Boss Babe podcast. She co-hosts it with her other amazing co-host and one of my friends, Natalie Ellis. You guys, you can go check out that podcast on mine. It's episode 925, and Danielle and I talk all about burnout and how that could be showing up in your life, and most importantly, how to prevent it. But I want to tell you, if you have not gone and checked out the Boss Babe podcast yet, go subscribe, because it is one of the largest online communities for ambitious women and female entrepreneurs. And I know that if you're listening to the show, chances are that's probably you. You guys, they have 3.6 million followers and 380,000 subscribers. The Boss Babe podcast is the place where they share real behind the scenes of building successful businesses, achieving peak performance, and learning how to balance it all. Most of all, you guys, truly, these women are in my life. Danielle and Natalie are people that I text on a weekly, monthly basis when I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel stuck. What should I do? I tune into their podcast, you guys, to learn. Even though they're my friends, I am still like crazy obsessed with this podcast because I learn something new every single time I listen. It makes me be a better podcaster. It makes me be a better businesswoman. It just makes me be better and more confident out in the world because they're so real and raw. And I can tell you that in the moments where I have had horrible days, down days, I've either gone and listened to this podcast or I've texted them, because these are the people who truly get it. You want to listen to the people who are walking in the same footsteps that you are. You guys, go check out the Boss Babe podcast. You're not going to be sorry. And it's just going to like make you way smarter and you're going to have way more fun. So go check it out. If you're already really excited, it's going to be June 3rd in Scottsdale, Arizona. Just wanted to give you that detail so you can finish listening and go check your calendar right now. So 1-day workshop. It's going to start early in the morning. We're probably going to go a decent time in the evening because we really are trying to fit as much in as possible. And I want to talk a little bit about why we set it up in the style that we set it up. And it's going to be part mastermind, part learning from experts, part panel, and part breakouts, along with some very highly curated networking, meaning you're not just going to get together and be like, hey, nice to meet you. Why'd you come here? Which, yes, that's important. But we're going to give you questions to lead with so that you guys are actually getting the answers that you need for your business for the next steps. So I have never been in one of these rooms where people have not left with either maybe they were looking for someone for their website or a photo shoot or anything like that. I want you guys to think of this as everyone who's coming in has the intention of essentially opening up their Rolodex. Do you guys even know what that is? Opening up their contacts.
I don't.
Opening up their contacts and sharing, because there's no other way that I have found that I've been successful is from getting a lot of referrals and just having incredible people refer me other incredible people. And I believe that everything you need is one contact away from who you already have in your life. And if you don't get in rooms like this and you're only talking to your family, then maybe that's different. But if you're in rooms like this, I really believe it's one contact away. So we're going to set you up for success to be able to find the answers to the questions that you have. But it is going to be a full day of learning. And this is really going to be more of a high level learning, showing you all of the opportunities that are out there. I think your mind is going to be blown in some of the things that are happening now, even in technology that some businesses are using. That has blown my mind. A recent mastermind I was in, I was like,
I'm a little scared. I'm like with AI, but I do love with AI, the thing that will continue to not be a commodity is you, your art, what you say, and what makes you authentic. And so we can be scared, but we will not be replaced.
So I love that we're saying this right now, because we just did a podcast with Shalene Johnson, and she was saying you can get all of your info on ChatGPT now, right? Like AI, but you have to be the person who people still know, like, and trust that is delivering any of that information. Like you still have to be the modality, the soul, you have to have the energy that that person is relating to, or it's just not going to work. So all of you have that, and now we can use it to help scale your businesses as well, which I absolutely love. Like writing talks now. Oh my God. So fast. It's so amazing.
I did a 1,000 word essay on ChatGPT just to see like what it said about me. And it was not accurate, you guys. So like,
so don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. It can give you inspo, but again, like what makes you you is your superpower. And we want to help you tap into that. Things that I'm going to be focusing on during this workshop with you are how to grow your brand, or even just start out. If you're just starting out, this is also a great space for you because you'll be surrounded by people that you'd be really inspired by them, and establishing your brand DNA. And so even if you feel like you already had one, like how are you evolving and how are you making it really fresh and relevant? Because brand relevancy is really important too. And your identity, your voice, and your positioning. And also, what are your pillars? What's your story? And what's your legacy? We're getting to the point where, or at least I am, I'm like, we're getting to that point. I'm like having midlife crisis.
I'm right here with you. So going with you.
Yeah. Like, what is our legacy? What do we want to be our legacy? And a legacy means, did you leave the world in a better place than what it was? And that is so important for what we do for our careers and the brands that we build. And so I think that that's something that I would love to talk with everybody about and tap into. And like, I want us to be all really curious too, and come into this with so much curiosity of what can come out of it. And then of course, fostering your community. And if you have 10 people in your community, that's 10 people in your home that are like, I love you. Each one is a heartbeat. And so fostering that and growing that if you'd like to, and also staying in your purpose. And then we'll even get into a little product development, audience building, and all the things that help you continue to sail your ship into that beautiful sunset.
I love this because for a lot of the women that I can already see who are in our VIP text community, I know that they want to have a podcast, build bigger communities, write books, have events, do masterminds. And this is a lot of info that we're even saying on here, but what you're going to leave with is the one next thing, because you can also ask questions, or we want to get you to a place where you know exactly what you're doing next. It's not all going to be for you. You're going to pick one thing that you're adding, or maybe some of you are in a position where you can add a couple things. But this room is really about like getting really clear, right, Kat? Because clarity is everything. And honestly, not being clear has been one of the most challenging things for me in my business. And rooms like this are typically what help me go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why am I like focusing on all of this when I just learned like this person has just been focusing on this one thing or adding this one extra thing and going really deep with it. And that has like changed their entire business. So I think what we want to reveal in this room is just showing you what is working in people's businesses, what is actually successful. I know you might want to do all of the things, but maybe we help you really realize that it's just about the one thing for you this year. And I think that just being in the room with people who have done it before you and who have been there before, you're going to cut out so many mistakes. You're going to save so much money. Trust me, I'll be real transparent with all the money that I've lost so that you don't have to.
In time, which is also, it's so valuable. It's everything. Time is actually everything, you guys. So we just want to be the people that we didn't have when we were starting out. And so we cannot wait to see you again, June 3rd in Scottsdale. And it's going to be so beautiful.
What are you most excited about? We'll end on that.
I cannot wait to see everyone's face light up with the word that you just said, with clarity and excitement and knowing that they've got this. And I know I'm so confident in this that I know that weekend they are going to go home with such a beautiful pep in their step that I just can't wait to see the things that come out of this. Like I'm already so proud of everybody. And yeah, I could get emotional just thinking about that. Like that is going to be such a cool part.
I am most excited about the confidence that's going to come from people, even if they're nervous right now thinking about it, because what they're going to hear in that room of what other people are doing and what's working, I think is going to really give a lot of people breakthroughs. Like, wait, this is what's going on? Or wait, you're charging what for what? Like that's one of the bit like confidence around their message and what they're offering. And also what they don't even know that's coming is friendships and support that are going to hopefully last a lifetime. Like the friends that I have made in these rooms, I wouldn't be doing half of what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for a lot of the women that I have met in those rooms. The collaborations, the ideas that are going to pop off. Like I don't think that we get our best ideas without talking about them and ideating on them and having other people add to them. Yeah. So there is so much magic to be had. Like it's actually, it is a real thing. Masterminds have been happening since the beginning of time. 3 minds coming together, I believe, has more access to like our higher purpose, our destiny, God, universe, whatever you believe. I really believe that when you have a bunch of people come together, you get access to things that you wouldn't normally have access to because it's just so many ideas all coming at once. So I cannot wait for that.
And we'll share with you all that we wanted to, or I was like, we could do a whole week and rent a house and we all sleep and we have a sleepover and we do this. And Lori was like, hold up, this needs to be accessible and affordable. Again, time is so precious. Like we want this to be so doable for you. You have so much going on in your life. And for you to come to Scottsdale, and put certain things on hold in your life, whether you have kids or your work or your home life, like everything. And to come to this, it will be such a great investment in you. But we also know, like, I was like, oh, wait, like, what if it's a whole thing? And making it one day not only makes it more affordable, but makes it really doable and accessible to more people. And we want this to be accessible to you.
Yes, I love that. So there was the big events and then there was masterminds, but we felt like this was like the perfect in between for people to just drop in, recharge, get what they need and go run, which is exactly what you're going to do. So we are so grateful for you guys. And if you are interested in getting on the VIP early access, which means it's the only place that you'll get the early bird ticket price, either go to the show notes on either of our podcasts, whatever you're listening on, and you'll get on the text list if you click that link, or you can just go to Instagram and DM either of us, Kat or myself. You can DM the word workshop and we will send you the link directly to get on the VIP text list. That was a mouthful.
That was a lot. It's so good. I'm really excited and I'm excited to do this with you. And it's been a long time coming for us.
Ugh, so good. And it's just like the perfect timing. So I'm so grateful. And you guys, we're so grateful for you. And we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Hey, all. I'm so excited to share with you. Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community, and it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.